Hello and welcome back to our Bible story time. I'm so glad you can join us today as we share stories from the Lectionary Story Bible by Ralph Milton. And we're so grateful that Ralph has given permission for his stories to be used. Today's story is called The Woman at the Well, and it's based on the Gospel of John, chapter 4, verses 5 to 30 and 39 to 42. In the country where Jesus lived, the people were called Jews. A country nearby was called Samaria, and the people who lived there were called Samaritans. Those Samaritans are lazy and stupid, some of the Jews said. Often the Jews were mean to the Samaritans. Many people also thought that women were not as good as men. Women should work hard, have babies, and keep quiet, some of the men said. Most of the men wouldn't even talk to a woman. Sometimes they were mean to women. That's why this story is important. It shows that Jesus doesn't care whether we are boys or girls, whether we are rich or poor. Jesus doesn't care if we are Jews or Samaritans. He doesn't care about the color of our skin. He doesn't care if we're fat or skinny. Jesus loves everybody. So here's our story. One day, Jesus was walking through the country called Samaria. He was hot and tired, so he went to rest by an old well. Jesus knew about that old well. People called it Jacob's well. Many years ago, the well had been used by Jacob and Rachel and Leah. It reminded Jesus of God's promise to Jacob and Rachel and Leah. God promised to love them and be with them always. While Jesus was thinking about these things, a Samaritan woman came to the well to get some water. "May I have a drink too?" Jesus asked the woman. "What? You are a Jew," she said. "I am a woman and a Samaritan. How come you're talking to me?" Jesus smiled at her. "If you asked me, I could give you a drink of living water." The woman laughed. "How can you give me a drink of living water?" she asked. "You don't even have a cup or anything to get water from the well." "If you drink from this well," said Jesus, "you will be thirsty again after a while. If you drink the water I give you, you will never be thirsty again." The woman understood. Jesus was talking about God's Spirit. When God's Spirit comes into you, it's like a drink of fresh, cool water. "Please give me some of this living water," the woman asked Jesus. Jesus and the woman had a good talk together. They talked about Jews and Samaritans and about the many ways people worship God. After a while, Jesus' friends came by. They had gone into the town to buy some food. Jesus' friends were very surprised to see Jesus talking to a woman, especially a Samaritan woman, but they didn't say anything. The woman was so excited about her new friend, she ran into town and told all the people what had happened. They invited Jesus to come and stay with them. Jesus stayed for 2 days. He talked with the Samaritans about God. Jesus reminded them that God's promise was for Jews and for Samaritans and for everyone. Jesus helped them to grow in God's way. I'm so glad you were here for our story time today, and I look forward to having you join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.